Yeah, the recording has started. So let us begin with the discussion now. Students, kindly do not do along with me. Let us discuss and do this, and then you can draw it. We will be giving sufficient time for you to complete this. So we are interested in sketching the first component, body of the tool post that you see. The front view and the side view is there in front of you. So let us begin. So before beginning, the first is we will be creating a new file. So new file under metric. Metric means selecting standard IPT. So we will wait for the complete setup to load. Yeah, and now we can begin drawing. So I will just open my sketch. I will keep it on side view. So what we will do is we will just draw the half of the sketch and we'll revolve that half sketch completely about the axis. Why? What I want the half of the sketches, we will be just drawing this particular, we'll be just plotting this portion of the sketch and we will revolve this complete sketch about the central axis that you see. So we will start. So completely it is very visible to us that we need to place the sketch on the front view. So I will begin. Let us select our front view. And on this front view, we will create, let us begin by starting from this base point over here. So what should be the length of this line that I need to draw now? Yeah. Can one of you answer?
61.
I will just arbitrarily complete this part. So
61 by 2.
yeah. Now I will finish this. So yeah, how much is this length? If you are not able to, we can directly put it in terms that is 61 by 2. And how much is this height? It is
9.
9. So we are doing this. And how much is this step over here? I will open my drawing for reference. That is, we want this step.
5.5.
The diameter, that is the distance from this point, this diameter is 50, and the diameter of the outer circle is 61, which means the read. How much will be this be?
11.
So this will be 61 by 2 minus 50 by 2.
5.5 होगा total.
So it should be 5.5 in total. So I've been just specifying it as 5.5. Now I will just zoom this. I will reduce the size. Yeah, I hope this is visible to you. And from here, we will proceed to complete our sketch. Now the remaining portion, we will draw a vertical line from here. And then I will draw a line inwards to show the step as indicated. Now let us calculate the dimensions of this vertical and the horizontal new step that I have just drawn. So this complete length of this vertical line from the figure to the left, you see it is 106, or the height is 106. And how much will be the step? Now this fillet that you see, this fillet we will complete later on. That is, after doing this 3D sketch, after doing the 3D component, we will do an external fillet command. So ignoring the fillet command, how much should be the length of the how much should be the step over here? So the diameter of the cylinder is 50, which we are reading it from here. And the diameter of the circle over here, this tapered cylinder base, the diameter at the base is 36, which means how much will be the step in between? It will be 50 by 2 minus 36 by 2, correct?
7.
So that should be 7. Yeah. How much was this length now, this height?
106.
106. Yeah. So I will just move my sketch downwards a bit. Yeah. And this step was 7. Now, if this step was 7, now let us complete the remaining portion of the sketch. That is, we need to draw the tapered portion. So, how much I will to do that? We will arbitrarily just draw a tapered line from here, something like this, and from there, I will draw a horizontal line to meet the axis. So this is done. Now we know the dimension. I will just open my sketch once again. So the diameter of the top of the tapered cylinder is 27, which means the radius is 27 by 2, which means it should be 13.5. So I will specify the dimension of here. This is 13.5. I will just delete this and we will do that once again. Okay, so I will first drag the sketch lower, and from here let us draw a line, inclined line. So this is done, and the size and the height of this line was 13.5. It is still extending out, so we will just later on connect this. We can do that by specifying the distance between this point and to be 0, so that they are aligned enough. Now, can you tell me how much is the height of this inclined line?
Total is 143.
I will just open up the sketch. We know the total length is 143, but can you just calculate the length height of this inclined line?
31.
Or else
Sir.
you can avoid that. You can actually
31.
specify. You can actually specify that the distance between the top line segment that we have drawn and the bottom line segment is 146. Rather than explicitly specifying how much is the height between the two ends of the tapered cylinder, that is between the bottom and the top at bottom end and the top end of the tapered cylinder, we can actually specify the distance between the top edge of the tapered cylinder and the bottom base of the complete part, which is 146, which is given to us. So now we can use the dimension command once again, and from here I can say that the distance between here, this is 146. So our sketch is ready. Now to complete this axis part of the sketch, I will just join the open ends, and once this is done, I can finish my sketch. And now we will wait. Let me just zoom in, center this, and we will revolve the complete sketch about this axis. So I'll specify the axis, and we have done with the component. The component is ready. Now one is we need to first we have to create a threaded hole, and we also need to create this rectangular slot that you see. So we will first create this rectangular slot, and then we will create the threaded hole. So how do we go forward with creating the rectangular slot?
Tangential plane.
We will have to first create a plane. We will have to select the plane which is passing through the middle, and then on that plane we will have to sketch this rectangle, and then we will use the extrude cut command to remove the material from both sides. So just to finally conclude, if you look at this rectangular slot, the width of this rectangular slot in side view is 22, and the height of this rectangular slot is 64, and the bottom face of this rectangular slot from the total base of this complete part that you see is 30 as mentioned over here, and in front view the total width of the slot is 50. That is, we simply need to create actually a rectangle of 22 by 64 and extrude it throughout. So yeah, we will start with the 2D sketch. We will select the plane where we want the sketch to lie. Yeah, on this sketch, let us draw the rectangle as required. So I will just drag my figure downward so that it is visible. Yeah, I will use the center point rectangle command, and I am on this. I will just draw a circle. Yeah, I will draw a rectangle. So can you tell me how much this width was? It was 22, and the height, I will use the tab command to shift, and it is 64. So we have finished this. Now the sketch is not visible because the sketch is inside this component. So what we do is to hide the component which is there in front of that sketch. I will use the command F7, and the sketch and the portion in front of that sketch will be hidden temporarily, and we can see this rectangle. And if you remember, the distance between the base of the sketch and the base of the complete part was 30. Just to confirm, we will go back to our drawing. Yeah, so we see the distance was 30. So we have done it correctly, and we will finish this sketch, and we will extrude it using the extrude command. So they are asking us, so we will use the symmetric extrude command, and from here instead of specifying the distance, I will just say all, because it's a through extrude, right? So we'll use the second option, cut, and our component is ready. Now the only portion remaining is the threaded slot that we need to draw from the top. However, I have just closed my drawing, so let me open the drawing. Question bank for CAMT. I will change this view to single page, and we will go to the relevant drawing. This was the drawing. I will hide the other components, and let me just zoom it. This was the find command. Yeah, okay. So I hope the drawing is visible. So we have completed the rectangular slot. Now we need to complete this threaded hole. The outer diameter of the threaded hole is 22 mm. So we will draw a circle on the top face of this tapered cylinder. The diameter of the circle should be 22, and we will extrude cut it downwards so that it meets the rectangular slot as shown. So going back on the top face of the tapered cylinder, we will draw a circle. So let us use the circle with the center point command, and I will indicate that this is the center, and the diameter of the circle, outer diameter is 22. Once we have done that, I will just finish the sketch and we will extrude it downwards. Now if you see, the material is being extruded upwards, so we want it to be cut. So I will just select the cut command so that automatically it will go downwards, and we can use the various options that are available. That is, we can actually specify the distance, or we can specify the next phase. So anyways, if you are going to specify the distance, then how much should be the distance? So you can calculate that distance, right? Because we know the total height from the top face to the bottom is 146 for the material, and the total height of this top face of the rectangular slot from the bottom will be 30 plus 64, which is 94, which means the depth of the slot will be from the top face to the top face of the rectangular slot, which will be 146 minus 94. So how much should that be? We can do that here itself. We will specify this. So I will say extrude cut downwards 146 minus 94, and I can click on OK. So now let us just revolve this component for you. So we see the hole that is done. Now, however, if you look at the drawing, it was actually a threaded hole. We have cut a plain hole. To show that this is a threaded hole, we use this thread command, which you can see. And using this thread command, we will wait for the command to be activated. Okay, so we will specify the face on which we want the thread. So we want the inner face, so I will just zoom this a bit. I will cancel it first. Okay, so now I will activate the threaded command. We will specify the face. So now by default, it has selected. That is, it has created a threaded profile. But to confirm what the size of the thread is that it has created, I will go to specification. Specification mate is showing that it is M22. That is, they are showing you the size that it is 22. So if the drawing, if you look, it was M22 itself. So that is correct. But however, the pitch is not mentioned, which means we are free to select our own pitch. So you can see the designation M22 into 3, where 3 is nothing but the pitch. If they would have specified what the pitch was, then you would need to select. Say, for example, if they had specified that the pitch is 1.5, then you should have selected the appropriate pitch from here. So let us assume that the pitch is 1.5. Then we will select the pitch of 1.5 from this particular designation, and then we can click on OK. That is how our threaded portion is done. So I will just now fit everything into the window using the zoom all command, and we can see the complete part. I will save this part, file, save as, and the name of the part is body. So now this is done. We will go forward to complete the new drawing or the remaining portion of the drawing. So again, going to File, New, Metric, Standard IPT, Create. Yeah, so we are good to begin with the drawing. So we will go to the drawing which we need, that is component 5. Yeah, and we will begin from the left portion. We'll begin from the rightmost portion. That is the smallest cylinder that you see with a diameter of 15 mm and a height or a length of 8 mm. So we'll begin from here. So to do that, first we will sketch a circle with a diameter 15 mm and we'll extrude it to 8 mm. So start sketch on the plane. Create a circle with a diameter of 15 mm. We will finish the sketch. We will extrude this to 8 mm. So I will change this default 10 to 8 and we have finished this. Now let us go back to the sketch. So the other is this, the other bigger cylindrical portion with an M22 thread. So we will again create a cylinder, or we will create a circle with a outer diameter with a diameter of 22 mm. And what should be the length of the cylinder? Can you calculate from this figure and let me know how much it is? This portion over here has a length of, yeah, how much is that answer? I couldn't get that.
75 minus 8.
67.
See, it should be the distance 96 you see. So 96 minus 8 minus 6 minus 15. So how much does that come out to be?
67.
So it should be 67. So the diameter of the circle is 22 and the length is 67. So let us complete that. Again, I will select this face, and on this face we will sketch a circle with a diameter 22. So finish the sketch and extrude it to a distance of 67. And let me just zoom this so that it is visible to all of us. Yeah. Next is we will create the step of over here. The step that you see is also cylindrical in shape. The diameter of this step, as we had discussed, was 18 mm, and the width of this step, you see, it is mentioned as 5, that is wide 5. So we will create a circle. So we will just select this face. On this face, let us sketch a circle whose diameter is 18 mm. So once we have done that, we will finish with this and let us extrude this to a total width of 5 mm. I will just reduce the size.
Sir, can you please show the diagram?
Yeah, I will just open this diagram once again.
Sir, so when you created that middle section, it also consisted of that 5 mm also, no?
हाँ तो माइनस करना पड़ेगा.
Yes, वो 5 minus करना पड़ेगा.
So that's good that you pointed out that. So which means the length of this middle section, that is the threaded portion of the threaded cylinder, is not 67. It is 67 minus 5, which means the new length should be 96 minus 8 minus 15 minus 6 minus 5, which means it should be 62. So we will change that. So we will identify this extrusion. So wait, let's. Yeah. So this extrusion. So I'm just currently my mouse is on extrusion 1. That is, you see on the left hand side on the table that you see, or on the tree diagram that you see. So extrusion 1 made, the relevant extrusion is being selected. So from this I can identify which is the relevant extrusion to which I need to add a target. So the middle portion, this middle portion is represented by extrusion 2. So I can actually just modify here. Just open this, or I will just double click on extrusion. And so the command will open up, and instead of 67, I can just put it 62, and automatically the changes will happen. Now we can go forward to completing the sketch. So next is we are targeting in drawing this flange portion of the head. So the diameter, the width is 6 mm, and the diameter of this flange portion from diagram, it is given to be 28 mm in diameter. So we will draw a circle on this face. We will say that the diameter of the circle is 28 and the width is 6 mm. So we will extrude it till 6 mm. and we will get this figure as seen. Next is we need to complete this square head of the screw, and the way to complete is as what we have been discussing. That is, we before beginning this lecture or before beginning the recording, we had discussed how to draw a square head. So let us look at the front view or the side view of the square head. So by looking at the square head side view, the length of what do you think is the dimensions of the size of the square? It is very clearly specified that the size is 15 mm, the side length is 15 mm, and the cubical length is also 15 mm. So we will complete this cube, that is, we'll create a cube which is 15 mm in length and whose sides are also 15 mm as shown. So let us select the appropriate face. On this face that I am selecting, I will first create a square. So using the 2-point center rectangle, let us specify the different sizes. So size is 15 and the other size is also 15. So we have done that. We will finish, and then let us extrude this cube that we have created, or this square that we have created, to 15 mm, and we have done this. Now we will proceed further. Now if you remember, we now to make this square head appear as square, to be similar to the square head that you see over here. So we need to first create a triangular sketch, and we need to rotate the triangular sketch around a circular profile as we had discussed. So let us create the circular profile, or we need circular path. So on this face, I'm just creating the circular path. So what should be the diameter of the circle? We know the side is
15 by 2.
It means the diameter, the radius should be 15 by 2, or the diameter should be 50. So we have finished the circle. We have created the circular path around which the triangular sketch is to be rotated or swept, but that sketch is not yet ready. So we need to create that sketch, and that sketch is placed along the diagonal of this cube that you see, if you remember. So we need to create a plane which is passing through the diagonal edge of this cube. So plane mein, we will use the 3-point command, and we will specify the points through which the plane should be passing: first point, second point, and the third point. So we have done with this, and we can see this work plane now. I will just slightly. Now on this work plane that we have, we will create a triangular sketch. So using the sketch command, the work plane is automatically selected. So going to the line command, I will hide the portion of the sketch. I will hold portion of the part in front of the sketch. So using the command F7, now I will sketch on this face. So we have finished with the sketch. Now we will go to give the specific dimensions. So let me zoom in. So a triangle is not properly placed. So I will redo my triangle once again. So I will just delete this. I will delete this line also, and we will start once again. So you see, this is where the circle ends. You see this blue line. So from here, okay, so my middle portion is pending. I will just complete this. Now, can you approximately calculate what should be the length, or what should be the length of this particular segment that I am highlighting, which is indicated in white color, given to you that the side of the square was 15 mm and the radius of the circle was 7.5.
3.106.
3.106. So I will specify that this should be approximately 3.106. Now it is not necessary that it should approximately, it should exactly meet. There can be some gaps, and we can click on the command. If there is any gap, they will specify that this sketch, there is a gap between the sketch. Do you want to accept? So we can say that you can accept it. So, but since we know this is 3.107, or I can just simply put it as 3.1. Okay, roughly 3.1, and then we will specify this also to be 3.1, and our sketch is ready. We will finish the sketch and we will sweep the sketch. Wait, I will just let me recenter. Okay, so using the zoom command. So we will use the sweep command now. Sweep command mein first step is we need to show the profile. So the profile I will select this triangle. Next we need to show the path along which it is to be revolved, but the path is not visible currently. So I will slightly revolve or rotate my component. Yeah, and now my path is visible and I will select the path. That is the circular path. It is selected. So since I need to cut a material, I will select the second option, that is the cut option, and I will click on OK. So now since now they are saying path does not intersect the profile. This is because if you remember the actual gap was 3.107, but we had just specified that the triangle length should be 3.1. So they are saying it is recommended that for best results the profile intersects the path. Do you want to continue? We will just say yes, continue, and we will get this sketch as we see. Zoom everything back and our component is ready. I want to hide this plane. So right click on that work plane and turn it visibility off. Now the only portion pending is we need to specify the thread. So using the thread command, I will select this face. So by default, it is M22. The outer diameter was 22, so the thread will automatically be M22. But now we need to specify the pitch. If you remember for the previous part that we had, this screw is actually going to sit into the body component. It is going to fit into this body component, and if this thread and the outer thread on the screw, only if their designations are same or their profiles are same, only then the assembly will be matching correctly. So that is why, since we have specified this pitch of this inner thread or the pitch of this thread that you see in the body to be with a pitch of 1.5, we will also have to say that this outer diameter pitch should also be 1.5. So we are saying it is 1.5, and I will click on apply, and our path is ready. So I will just stop the recording for now.